Most things at Facebook don't happen because it's mandated at a top level. It happens because there's an individual in the company who really wants something to happen, who has that deep passion to kind of figure out all the subtle product decisions that go into making a product beautiful and elegant.
What we're trying to do as a management team is encourage people to see the gap. And that requires being critical and being extremely imaginative.
You can work on huge problems, or you can come up with your own problem and work on that, and you can really have a big impact. It's really early, right? I mean, if you look at the type of information that people share, it's all very simple, right? And the amount of context that people can have about the world around them, the type of sharing that people want to be able to do, the type of things that you want to be able to learn about people around you, it's really just getting started. Come into work with a sense of urgency about what we're doing. Even if it seems like it's a simple task on a day-to-day basis, getting it done is the thing that lays the groundwork for everyone else to do the other things that they're doing so that it all adds up to something huge.
I look around the world and I see all the things that Facebook has done, from people who have adopted babies through Facebook to people that have fought for peace in elections like the Iranian election. What I see are individuals connecting. And no matter what your job is here, whether you're in user operations dealing with users, or engineering where you're coding the site, or sales where you're opening a new sales office in a new country, it doesn't matter, because we're all here to serve exactly one purpose, which are those human connections which happen every day.
We have the largest active user to developer ratio ever. It's ridiculous. It's over 1 million users per developer and growing.
You look at the number of employees at Google, it's 20,000, and at Microsoft it's 90,000. We're at 900 now. The leverage that you get as an employee of Facebook is huge.
I get the most satisfaction just from seeing how much my friends and family have started to use it. We're allowing people to share this information and these experiences that they couldn't share before. Photos of their friends having fun, taking them with a cell phone camera. That's something that really there was no great way to do before Facebook. There's a huge amount of room for engineers to come in and not just help out on some of these projects, but start these projects and brainstorm new ones. And I think Photos is a really good example. It was started by one person a few years ago, and a few of us have dabbled in it since then. With a team of 3 or 4 people, which sounds pretty small by industry standards, we could accomplish so much more with Facebook Photos. There's just so much more room for the engineering department to grow.
We really don't believe that you have to have a lot of experience to make a big difference. I mean, look at me, right? I mean, I started this from college, so be bold, right? I mean, don't just make the conventional decisions, but think about how can we do something in a different way than everyone else has, because what we're trying to do is different than.
It's out of your brain and your ideas and a small group of people comes something that touches the lives of hundreds of millions of real people every day.
No matter how big this company gets, it has this David versus Goliath sort of feeling. And I think that's what makes it fun to come into work every day.
Get out there and try something. And don't be afraid. There's lots of people to catch you, and you will never get criticized for trying something for the right reasons and making a mistake.
Settle an argument for us. I say it's time to start making money from the Facebook, but Mark doesn't want to advertise you. Who's right?
Neither of you yet. But Facebook is cool. That's what it's got going for it.
Yeah.
You don't want to ruin it with ads because ads aren't cool.
Exactly.
It's like you're throwing the greatest party on campus and someone saying it's got to be over by 11.
That's exactly right.
You don't even know what the thing is yet.
That's exactly
How big it can get, how far it can go. This is no time to take your chips down. $1 million isn't cool. You know what's cool?
You? $1 billion.
Social capital is the value of a brand or an individual's network and how that can be put into action.
Well, social capital means how brands are going to begin to build revenue off of social conversations and social media.
Social capital is an individual or business's collective digital presence and how effectively they utilize their social graph to live their lives.
It really means the equity of the brand. If we don't have strong social capital, people don't want to interact with us. They don't view us as relevant.
But if you can encourage an environment which is high in social capital, then the amount of trust that's in those relationships goes up. It still needs structure, it still needs form, but it can be far more flexible, far more fluid. And the brand, on behalf of the business, can uncover a lot of, up to this point, unseen value. So you may get more tacit information from your consumers about what they're looking for. You may be able to put things into the market that you may not think are quite ready yet, but you know that you'll get positive feedback. These are all examples where if a brand has created high social capital amongst all those people that it interacts with, you can do an awful lot more.
People want to go on the internet and check out their friends, so why not build a website that offers that? Friends, pictures, profiles, whatever you can visit, browse around. Maybe it's someone you just met at a party. But I'm not talking about a dating site. I'm talking about taking the entire social experience of college and putting it online.
I can't feel my legs.
I know. I'm totally psyched about this too, but Wardo.
Yeah. It would be exclusive.
You would have to know the people on the site to get past your own page, like getting punched.
Well, that's good.
Wardo, it's like a final club, except we're the president.
I told him I thought it sounded great. It was a great idea. There was nothing to hack. People were going to provide their own pictures, their own information. And people had the ability to invite or not invite their friends to join. See, in a world where social structure was everything, that was the thing. It was a big project, and he was going to have to write tens of thousands of lines of code. So I wondered why he was coming to me and not his roommates, Dustin Moskovitz and Chris Hughes. They were programmers.
We're going to need a little startup cash to rent the servers and get it online.
So that was why.
Did he offer terms?
Yes.
We'll split it, 70-30. 70 for me, 30 for you for putting up the $1,000 and for handling everything on the business end. You're CFO.
And you said?
I said, let's do it.